Welcome back. We're back with another episode. Today, I have a guest, and probably he might be a host in this podcast. He goes by the name of Yanga. Can you introduce yourself to our viewers there? Like, let them know you.
Okay,
Who
bro.
is Yanga and where is Yanga from?
Oh, what's popping, guys? I'm Yanga, originally from Witbank. Uh, I'm just a cool guy. I love basketball. Yeah, got a brand. Yeah, just hustling out here, while having fun with it. Yeah.
So you pushing basket? Are you still playing it even now?
No, I don't play now because no, I don't have time. And yeah, I'm still healing from a stupid thing I did.
What
Cause
did you do now?
yeah,
Nah,
yeah,
but
it's
let's cut it.
yeah. Let's cut it. We'll get to it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
later. Yeah.
But how was it growing up? Like how did you fall in love with basketball?
So bro, I grew up around, my uncle's father, big bros. They were all like hip hop lovers. So, when you
Okay.
listen to hip hop, it's something related to basketball. So I fell in love with basketball, started playing. My height allowed me. So, no, I just went with it and I was good. So I was like, let me just do it, bro.
Yeah, you remind me. I once tried playing basketball, but it was in primary school.
Yeah,
So there was these development guys who came into our school showing different sports. I was like, I'm interested in this, but they said, "Hey, chief, when you're too small." Since that day, my ego. No, it wasn't an ego, but my confidence in playing basketball was crushed. Is
yeah.
it a height game or it's just a skills game?
It's a skills game, bro. Cause I had niggas that were shorter than me, but they played better than me.
Uh huh.
You see, so you shouldn't like let them like tell you that you can't. Yeah. But then there's one issue. So when you're short and I'm tall, it's a contact sport. It's easy for me to push you around. Yeah. So yeah,
Even if you maybe you train, you're balancing, and you're
you,
able
s-
to
you
be
s-
stable, you're short, but you can stabilize.
Yeah, exactly. But the hardest thing about being short is that you can't dunk. Maybe you can score.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but when it comes to dunking, there's no way unless you train really hard. Yeah,
And that's basketball, according to your observation, because I see all those guys, they are tall.
yeah,
So I wonder if is it them playing and doing a lot of ball throwing. Is it they call it hoops? Or
yeah. Hoops.
does it stretch you over time if you played it from childhood and makes you taller and taller, or it's just your genes?
No, I think it's just the genes, bro. It's just the genes.
Okay.
It's just the genes. Yeah.
And who's your favorite player currently?
Currently, I have to say it's Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry
Yeah,
with the shots, man. You know,
Steph is
he
great,
never
guys.
missed.
Um,
Yeah,
because I'm looking at him and King James. I'm like
yeah,
those guys, but I'm going with Steph because I feel like a lot of guys are looking on King James. Maybe it's the
yeah,
marketing around him
yeah,
or the branding, but
yeah.
Steph Curry is he's good. He's good.
Yeah, it's very
He
good.
doesn't miss.
It's very good. It's
Okay.
very good.
So today our topic, Younger, I want to us to discuss like an important topic that's affecting most of young people out there, and it's about the hardship of being a young entrepreneur. Because I don't know, like most of us, as we grow up, we just want to be hustlers because we like working. Yeah, I see I'm working, but I'm pushing someone business. When will I have my own like assets or entity that I'm pushing, and I know I contributed to life. I employed people, but when we try to hustle and make these things, we realize, oh no, man, there's a lot that goes into entrepreneurship, and we don't have that foundation. Like, what's your observation so far, since you have seen other people, or maybe yourself, you've
Yeah.
tried it to be a hustler then?
I could say that, it's all about perseverance, discipline, and, believing in what you do, because it has to feel like a calling, whether people believe or they don't believe in you. We have to do it still. And I've noticed that, in schools they don't teach you everything, They just teach you the basics, and they don't tell you about the disadvantages maybe, or the hardships of it,
Mm.
And there's a lot they don't tell us about. But I had to find out through hip hop, as I told you, listening to Jay-Z or Rick Ross, found out about the LLC and all that. You create a business, you create an LLC, you protect your assets
Success,
and
yeah.
all that. You see, so I feel like even if I had to go to school and study business, still I wouldn't know anything. So as I learned all these things, by going through them, and I realized that I have to believe, and I shouldn't be greedy, bro. It can take you years. You must be willing to suffer, bro. You must be willing to suffer. So if you don't love your business, you won't be willing to suffer.
But I don't know. Looking at the current South African population, we have a lot of unemployment, and people are going into entrepreneurship just not because they love it. It's because they have to sell something and make profit and put some bread on the table. So when you say like you have to love it and you have to persevere, for someone it doesn't click, or they want the money now, they want to be successful now. Like
Yeah,
how can you maybe encourage them, not even encourage them, make them understand that this is not an easy journey, like, and
yeah.
what are the some of the things, maybe you can use an example from your own experience. How did you maybe start a business and how did you handle it? Like maybe give an example, maybe.
Yeah. I'd say, bro, because you see now I'm working, but I have the business, so you shouldn't quit your job because now you started the business.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah. And another thing, you shouldn't be, like I said, you shouldn't be greedy. And yeah, in most cases, the thing that kills most of the young entrepreneurs is that, they want to show off. Okay, I make 100K. Now I want to show you in the hood that, okay, now I have money now.
Don't bury on.
You see, so they fall like that. See, so sometimes you just have to stay low key. People, people
But
won't believe.
what makes people to show off? Like you're a young entrepreneur, but
Yeah,
you know your account. You
yeah,
just made 100K, you said. But what's that thing in our community that makes all right? Mina
yeah.
iskotane, like, yeah, I'm making money.
Yeah, it's the ego, bro. Because I have friends who are forex traders.
Mm-hmm.
They made money, but they came back to the hood and wanted to show us that they have money. Then they lost it all. Now they have nothing. So I feel like we're trying to boost our ego, or maybe in some cases, a friend of mine was trying to show his ex that now he's made it, but he's back down now. The ex is laughing. So I feel like uh, us as black people, we've suffered so much, yeah, that once we get a little bit of shine,
Breakthrough, yeah,
you
Baba
see,
Boy shall show them.
you see that, and that's the issue. That's the issue. You should be like a snake, be a
And have
silent
you
killer.
been in that situation, or chief? I
I
have
have
arrived.
I have been twice, bro.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I once tried forex with my friends, and I won't be made 6 figures. My family doesn't know this.
Mm.
And I didn't make them because I know how to trade. It was just that, one of those good days where you just put in the money, you guess the direction of the
Direction it
market,
goes with it.
it goes to. So yeah, I made money like that, spent it on the wrong things. My business was already there. Didn't think about the business. Wanted to buy chains, impress girls, went out clubbing, all that, you see.
And it's what do you call, like you have, let's say you have 100K.
Yeah,
Every time you spend, you feel like your money is still 100K in your mind, and you
exactly.
forget, or you're subtracting, and you're not
Exactly.
even putting into your business.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
by the end, when you like you really need it for something, you realize, oh
yeah,
shucks, I
yeah,
just blew up my money on useless things, and I could have expanded my business. But
exactly, bro.
what are the things you spoke about? Greed.
Yeah,
So what's in there in terms of greed that you think people makes them to fail?
yeah. I think one when you are a greedy entrepreneur, let's say, for example, my hoodies, let's say they cost maybe 1K.
Hmm.
Then customer comes along and says, you're expensive, man. You're expensive. I have 800 rands. Because I'm greedy, I want that money. I won't
Oh,
stand by the price.
so greed it's in terms of like
Yeah,
you don't want to let go of an offer
yeah,
that even it's not suitable
yeah.
for your service.
Kills the business.
You can
Yeah.
just take it
You
like
take anything.
normally.
Normally in Posaya.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
it makes sense
yeah,
because at the end of the day, you bought those let's say 10 hoodies,
yeah,
and you did some art on them, and now you're selling them.
yeah.
Then after selling them, you calculated your expenses, cost of getting them, the cost of. But do you think people do understand those things, or because they got these hoodies, they just like, nah, as long I've gained 2 rand out of 1 rand, or 50 cents out of 1 rand, it's better.
Yeah,
They didn't do all the homeworks. Do
yeah.
you think maybe that's where the greedy is?
Yeah, it's there. People don't research, bro. They think starting a business is a like get rich quick scheme. It's not like that. It can take years. But in the end, I promise them, whoever is watching, if you have a business, in the end you see the fruits. The fruits. If you suffer for your business, once you start getting real money, you won't just splurge it, bro. You know that you
But how
yeah,
do we? You said the school system doesn't educate us to
yeah,
run business, and I
yeah,
don't think entrepreneurship can be taught in a sense of like the pains
yeah,
that you go through when you are not selling,
exactly.
and
Yeah,
everyone just passing there and just watching your merchandise,
yeah,
and you're seeing someone next door with a store
yeah,
and they are selling their merchandise, and you be like, okay, maybe if I can just reduce my prices to them, maybe they'll sell. You reduce, then you mess up your own plans about your cost because you don't know who's their supplier or how they are resourcing all those things.
yeah,
So
yeah,
how do we make them understand, or like there's a building blocks
yeah,
you need to understand.
yeah.
There's plans that you do on your merchandise.
Mm,
Like
mm.
how do you run your business?
You see, let me just make an example about me. If I set the price, I set the price, bro. Hence, I say that you shouldn't be like, I don't know how to put this, but if you're gonna go into this, you shouldn't want to explain to customers why your pricing is that high. If the customer says you're too expensive, that means they're not the target market. Because you see, for example, my brand, it's I created an online store, I think in 2022. Okay, launched it. I got orders from the UK, and I was like, okay, maybe this isn't worth 500 rands.
Hmm.
Yeah, I should increase the price and stick to it. Then I had to like unpublish the online store and do research on how shipping and all that, linking the online store with the suitable suppliers and all that. So I feel like, as you said, people want to get rich quick. You see, so that's the issue there, and we can't blame them.
Hmm.
Can't blame them, bro. And about the school thing, that they don't teach everything there. No, there's this thing they call the matrix. No, not everyone should be rich, bro. Some people must be, must be there at the
The
bottom.
bottom.
You see, so that's how everything balances out, bro. So yeah, that's why they don't give us like all the information.
But if everyone is at the bottom,
Yeah,
how do we get entrepreneur who's at the bottom to get at a certain level where he's successful without the resources? How do you advise them that as
yeah,
long as you're at the bottom,
yeah,
it's not like it's the end of you.
yeah,
You can fight to get out.
yeah.
How do we advise them to get out of the matrix?
Okay, you see, when you like me, you at the bottom, you have nothing to lose. You can take the risk, bro. And I feel like if we had maybe workshops, we don't need to maybe go to ask for funding or go to the government for the workshops. I myself, but I've been lazy, I'll admit. I
Mm.
can like look around for young people who want to start businesses, put them together and tell them, okay, this is what you do, this is what you do, this is what I know. See, as I told you earlier, that I was in a meeting with Imran earlier, and he gave me books to read. He told me what to do and do. So
Mm.
yeah, I learned a lot from him. So I also learned that you shouldn't be stingy with the information. No, so yeah, since then I feel like yeah, the workshops would work, bro. We tell the guys and or ladies everything that we have to be mentally, physically, emotionally ready for the consequences. Because people are gonna leave. People won't believe in nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
talking about the hardship. So when I was doing my research, they say most small businesses um, in their third year, all of them, most, let's say,
Mm,
they don't survive. They perish.
mm,
So they gave up. It's either they gave up because you've been trying to push this, knocking doors or pushing whatever hustles that you might be pushing, uh, some looking for funding to expand, funding to get some machinery or equipment. Some they have everything, but they're just looking for that opportunity to get maybe a spacing within some retail to have their product at least there shelved. And some they just look for that contract or to sub so they
yeah.
can give their skills that they're good at.
Yeah.
But most of them they don't survive the 3 year mark.
Yeah.
Then how do we motivate such people that it has never been an easy game? And you
Yeah.
said entrepreneurship it's for those who have high risk tolerance. You
Yeah.
must be a go-getter and high, like okay,
Mm,
there's 50% chances if I buy this book, buy maybe let's say 50 of them,
yeah.
and I'm planning to sell them. There's chances that when you get there, um, people might not want or like the book. But how do we help them to navigate? Like, okay, you're starting a brand or you have a brand.
Mm.
How do we find your target market that will support you? How did you navigate or from experience? How do we?
Yeah, yeah.
They,
So in my case, I used social media.
Mhm.
Did a photo shoot, posted, and you can pay for ads there. Okay, paid for an ad. Then you get the insights there the uh on who's been following you, who liked, who commented, and all that. So that's where like I found okay, people from 18 to 35, they love this thing.
This is
So I should focus on them. If I design something, I design it for people around this age. Yeah,
I
something
get
like
you. So,
that.
your way of making sure that you get your target market is that you're using social media, and which is something that all of us we all have phones.
Yeah,
And we're always
yeah,
on TikToks, we're always on Facebook, Instagram,
yeah,
but we don't use it for our own benefit in terms of pushing our own hustles. You
exactly.
see, so it means that if I'm selling, I'm making like hoodies or caps,
Yeah,
I have to
yeah,
make sure that okay, I post one sample
yeah,
and just look at the engagement. I feel like it goes back to the music industry currently with Amapiano. These
yeah,
guys they
yeah,
testing music by
yeah,
just and it's business already also because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
music industry but it's business. You're pushing a song, a little snippet, and you see the reaction on TikTok, and eventually some catch it and it has a challenge.
yeah,
Then you will okay, now we can work on releasing it or maybe taking that challenge and making a music video, and then it's gone like that.
yeah, yeah.
So we must use the tools that we have.
Yeah, and you don't have to have money to start a business. When I started the bowler, I didn't have money. I just took some pics on Google, uh, created a logo, just to combine the pic with the logo, you know, you post it, you see how people love it, because now we have AI, so everything is easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I used that to my advantage. People started buying. I didn't use a cent. Didn't use a cent. Made profits from nothing.
This is some interesting story, like listening to Yanga here saying you don't necessarily need money. Because how many of us, I think some of the viewers there, you have so many catalog of business ideas, but you have not initiated even one because it's like, hey, I'm waiting to have at least 10 grand so I
Mm,
can just hold it there. But when you get that 10 grand, also, you don't do that, you handling other things. So I think entrepreneurship, it's in your heart.
yeah,
So
yeah,
if you're an entrepreneur, no matter the circumstances, you'll tell yourself, all right, I'm going to push this thing.
yeah,
Some people might not see it. Maybe they say, yeah, when are you a hustler? You always say, yeah, as hustlers, we're pushing.
yeah,
Go half, you go crazy with this thing.
yeah,
No, 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 no. It's not part of their DNA. So you focus on yourself. If you are able to take the risk of pushing, continue hustling, and it will pay off. It has never been an easy journey. Like it is.
yeah,
It's a roller coaster, as Younger said. Like it's painful, so you just persevere and see how it goes. Like how can you motivate like some of these guys going through hardship? Because some they are going to places, they are knocking at different government doors.
yeah,
We can't in this podcast right now, in this discussion, point them where to go because they know those information.
yeah,
And some maybe they have had their business ideas stolen because they went and pitched to get funding. Whoever is processing that, they give it to someone, and in 2 weeks or 3 weeks time they see it's flying, that thing, it's someone is implementing. I was like, but why is it exactly the way I planned it to be implemented?
yeah,
You see, so how do we encourage them? Like, yeah, people will steal your ideas, but never give up. It's if it's something that it's given to you, it means like the more ideas will,
it's your calling.
they'll always come, keep on coming. Have you been in such situation?
In high school, before the ball, I had a business idea. Told my best friends. Yeah, I think it was in Jan. By September, he took that idea, went on with it, but it failed because he didn't know.
Yeah, because you
anything
don't know.
about
You
it.
don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
If I tell you like something on high level, or okay, I'm planning to do this and that, you think like, oh, I grasp everything, and he's been spending most time with me.
yeah.
Like I know what Yanga's up to,
You see,
and you don't know other things that I'm busy thinking in my mind. Oh, there's gonna be one, two, three risks. I have to take this way. I have to take this other way. You don't have those details, but you go and run with an idea that's not yours. You're
yeah,
always bound to fail.
exactly.
So yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
And how do we maybe navigate um, this syndrome of giving up because you feel like you've tried?
Yeah.
How can one navigate that?
Well, no, there it's hard. It's all about the mentality, bro. I won't lie. It's all about the
Stay
mentality.
strong, eh?
How much you want this thing,
And you just mentioned that you have a mentor now who's giving you some advice,
Yeah,
giving you some books to read,
yeah,
because
yeah,
he wants you to prepare your mind. Because in those books that you're reading,
yeah,
there are success stories, there are failure moments, there
Mm.
are ways to manage your finances. We said it. Most of these young entrepreneurs, they don't know how to manage finances. They just splash it.
You want to spend.
Yeah, and they forget, or um, that business, it has a lifetime.
Oh yeah,
It might be you seeing high profit, but there will be seasons where it's dipping, and
Yeah.
in that time when you should know when to quit
Yeah.
and go to the next, invest in another idea
Yeah.
with the funds that you have, because you risk taker. So, but I think there's lack of that understanding. And I don't think schooling will teach you, but being around to other entrepreneurs who are maybe 5 years ahead of you or who have been in the game, because there's a perception that maybe they will steal my idea. Have you had that sense when you go and consult someone that has made it for years,
Yeah, yeah.
asking them their challenges? Have you had that sense of, nah, this guy is gonna knock me out?
Nah, bro. I don't. Because with me, I just created it. I didn't want no funding. Didn't want no funding. I was like, okay, let me do this thing, start it from the ground up. And it wasn't only me, it was four of us when we created it. And the other guys, every time we sold one hoodie, they want to spend the money. So I was like, okay, because I see that you're all about the money. So for a year, I was like, everything we sell, I don't care how much we make, you take it. But by the end of the year, I want to have like 70% of the business. And they were like, cool.
True, yeah.
Okay, I was like, okay, cool.
And is it on paper or just verbal?
It was on paper because we registered, we had the directors, everything, CEOs on CP, yeah, so yeah, it was like that, bro. And yeah, the pros were they were thinking about money, not long term, you see. So I was like, okay, cool, because it was way before the online store thing, okay. Then when the year ended, I was like, okay, because give me the 70%, and they did that. So now we do things my way, and you see, my way is the better way, because the business is growing, and I'm good with networking.
Networking.
Yeah, because I network a lot. I'm not a shy person. If I see that, okay, that guy is driving a Lambo, go up to you, ask you, how did you get there?
Yeah, that's some good characteristics
Yeah.
that you have to have as an entrepreneur. You have to make sure that you're not shy,
Yeah.
because you can't be shy trying to get customers. No, network.
Yeah.
Understand even your customers. So which one is from which background? Because maybe if you give them good services, actually you should always give good service. They will recommend other people, and you never know who they are recommending. So with closing, what can you say to other hustlers out there, like the motivation that you can give?
To the other hustlers, I can say, you have to be willing to suffer for this thing. You don't need anyone to believe in you. It's your dream, it's your goal. It's up to you. Everything is up to you, and don't go around telling people your ideas. You must surprise people all the time. Surprise them, and most importantly, you don't need money. You don't need money to start a business. That little you have, do something with it. And it's not wrong to ask around, research, Google. You see, I've went up through Google. I Google, YouTube, the best platforms, bro. You learn a lot from there.
Yeah, because all the information is already out there, so you don't have to try to reinvent a wheel which it's already someone is doing it somewhere around the world.
Yeah.
So bring it here. You see.
Yeah.
So from my side, as Yanga said, learn the power of secrecy. Be on the background, do the groundwork, and the pain is felt everywhere. It's not you alone there who feels like you are failing, and you're looking at the other guys next door. They are celebrating, they're popping champagnes. No, they're eating their future investment in another business that they could be opening. So focus and keep it on the ground. It's not yet time to be eating profits.
Yeah. Don't try to impress.
Yeah, don't try to impress.
Yeah.
But I think like we might do another part two. You spoke about like we can have like workshops. So maybe we can explore that side of like what can be packaged in a workshop to ensure that entrepreneurs succeed.
Yeah,
we should. Yeah. Okay.
Where
Thank
do
you.
people find your products?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So right now you can follow the Bolaway on Instagram. Same thing on Facebook, it's the polar way. Yeah, so right now we only have hoodies and sweaters available. Yeah, with the caps. Yeah, we don't have t-shirts for now because you see, we still like we want to produce quality. We don't deal with quantity. So yeah, yeah,
You hear it, guys. Quality over quantity.
yeah.
So we hope you guys go there and support the ballers, and let's make their sales go up. Also, let's support the young South African retail, because we can't always be supporting other countries. Because I know most of us and everyone out there, we're so busy with team, we're busy with Shane. We're supporting other economies, but let's support other African brothers and sisters to put bread on their table.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Peace, guys. It's all love.
Stay blessed. We love you guys.
Sure, guys.